Same thing?
No, something different. Yeah.
It's even worse.
She didn't change her diet hardly at all. See, if you don't make the
Oh.
changes, then things kind of get better, but not
Right,
really.
right. No, I made some dramatic changes. Dramatic.
Like what?
You seem
Like
pretty
what?
happy and feisty.
Well, I cut out everything except for what can swim, walk, or fly, eggs, lemon, olive oil, garlic, and green vegetables, excluding beans. And it was really tough at first because you want carbs, but they are sugars. And so anyway, by cutting it out, it not only did it help me feel better, I lost about 14 pounds over the last 5 weeks, which makes me feel even better because I have back issues. And when I came to see Dr. Ilya, I had already quit eating wheat, and that had helped some of my back issues. But I also have neck surgery that happened 7 or 8 years ago. And so I've been afraid to see a chiropractor because I had fear about my neck. So I was afraid to have adjustments done to my back. But after speaking with Dr. Ilya, and he really just like zoomed in on what was happening with my body, I allowed him to adjust my neck and my back, which was amazing because the pain that I'd had in my lower back was just gone. I don't think anybody's ever adjusted my sacrum before. And so after that adjustment, it was just like the back that a certain medical place told me would never heal on its own, that I would have to have surgery in order to feel better, is now like almost back to A-OK. And so the longer that I eat the diet that I should be on, the better that my body feels all around. And I had issues with also like skin problems, and I have like a little red spot here that seems to be healing, and I've gotten rid of like makeups with and creams that have impurities in them and chemicals that you really shouldn't be slathering all over your body. And and then there was the itching. I've had what the doctors now call brachioradial pruritus, and what it is you wake up, it starts at night, and you wake up and your arms are itching in a way that it feels like little neurological stinging in your skin. And it's not on your skin, it's inside your, like under your skin. And the only way that I could get it to stop, excuse me, was to put ice packs on it. And I would lie in my bed sleeping with ice packs on my arms because that would numb the itching. And the doctors gave me creams, they never worked. And then they tried to give me some really heavy-duty neurological drugs, and I refused it, so I'd rather use ice bags than take those drugs. But before I saw Dr. Ilya, I was using some iodine that seemed to help a little bit. If I took iodine every day and drank water, it would help the itching not be so bad. But now I'm not using any iodine, and the itching only comes back if I go off my lifestyle changes, which is the way that I'm eating and the water that I'm drinking and getting enough sleep and those kind of things. So my back feels great. I walk every day, about half hour to 40 minutes, take the dog for a walk, and when I start out I'm a little bit stiff in the lower back, and by the time I come home I feel like A-OK. And life's getting better because I've lost this 14 pounds that was making my muffin top in most of my clothes. And I just feel better. I feel I have more energy, and my skin's getting better, my back feels better. And there was a point when I wasn't walking, and I was like looking into what color electric scooter I was going to be buying because the doctors didn't have any hope for my back. So it's really nice to think that I'll be walking until I'm old. I came to one of Dr. Ilya's demonstration seminars, and then after that, I saw him almost immediately after that. I think it was a couple days later, and that was on June 5th. Today's July 10th, and I've had 2 sessions so far. And yeah, the key is to just stick with the plan of your lifestyle changes, and sometimes it's hard, but when you see results, then it makes it a little bit easier, to not eat the cakes and the cookies and the things that are just going to make it worse. So, yeah, feeling a lot better. First of all, my name is Beverly. I'm 54 years old. I live in Mill Valley. 10 years ago, I got in a car accident. I got hit from the back, and it ruptured, my neck flew forward, and it ruptured the disc between my C3, C4, and I now have a titanium plate, and I had a discectomy. And a year and a half after that, I wasn't walking because my right side of my body was completely numb. And after they did the surgery, it got worse again. And then they told me I had disc problems between my L4, L5, that disc, and that I had problems with my facet joint, which is on the outside of your back, and that they told me I had arthritis that would never heal. And the only thing they could do was to build a cage around my vertebrae and go in from the front and take my disc out, and then put this, fuse a disc, a bone in place of the disc, build a cage around the vertebrae, and then let it heal in the front, come back a couple months later, and put 4 bolts in to hold my facet joint after breaking up the edges of the bone. And they showed me an x-ray of a woman that had just had that done, and they showed me, and I saw these bolts like this long, and I was like, I don't think so. And so I had a walker for about, I'd say for about 3 to 4 months. I had the handicap sticker in my car. I had a walker in the back, and I had a walker at work, and I had a walker down at the bottom of my stairs, and I would crawl up and down the stairs, and I just wasn't going to let them cut my back open again. So after quitting wheat, that helped a lot. I did that for a year and a half before I met Dr. Ilya, but now I'm pretty much off of everything. that's an inflammatory, because it's the carbs that turn to sugar, and which you'll learn about with Dr. Ilya. But so yeah, it's been 10 years since the accident, and now I'm walking fairly well. I mean, I'm not jogging, but that might come. I don't know. But I definitely walk all over the city, and in my work I have to take a briefcase with me and go to different businesses, and so I'm able to get around, and it's no pain anymore. That's the key. So go see Dr. Ilya.
Okay.